Mr. Murphy, thank you for joining us today.
Not a problem at all. Thanks for having me. Let's start the interview.
So it's the quarterfinals of the Mickey Mouse Cup, I mean Carabao Cup, and having just been knocked out of the FA Cup by Norwich, how confident are you about getting a result here today?
We've got a lot of work to do. We should have beaten Norwich realistically, but we've got the team back together now. We've been training hard. We're looking good, and it's time now. The winter break is done. We've got no more excuses. It's time to knock Leicester out of the cup and go all the way.
After 17 league games, you currently sit 8th in the Premier League, with Norwich loanee Adam Ida being quite prolific so far for you this season. Do you think the loss to his parent club can make him want to leave your club?
Where on earth would you get that idea from? They're in the Championship.
Well, you did just lose to them.
Are you trying to take the piss? Really? Oh, this interview's over. Cut. I swear these press, they get ruder every interview we talk to them. I'm getting on my last nerve of them, I can't do them anymore. But enough of that for now. Welcome back to another episode of Forever Forest. I hope you're all doing well. As always, if you're enjoying this series so far and you haven't already, get down below, hit the subscribe button and give the video a thumbs up. So let's get straight into it. Last time out, we had no keeper and we lost to Tottenham Hotspur, didn't we? It wasn't ideal realistically, but we had no keeper. It's one of those games, people were away, people were injured. We move on, and since then it's been a bit of an up and down patch again. We've got a few victories in there, a few losses in there, but the most recent form has gotten pretty decent. So on the back of that one, we went and played Aston Villa, and a 1-0 victory for the boys saw us get them vital 3 points. Again, away from home against Aston Villa is a massive result for us. And then again, it happened again. We lost again. We keep going up and down. We start getting some victories and then boom, back down to reality again. This time out though, it wasn't to be. A 3-1 defeat against Leicester, not ideal. In the Premier League, we're losing points again. We are losing points again. But things that turn around straight away with a 3-2 victory over Southampton, away from home. Again, away from home, getting points at home. We just seem to bottle it every time. And then a 2-2 draw against Manchester City. A huge scalp, taking points from Man City. They had the early lead as well with 2 goals. But João Pedro, second half, masterclass. 2 goals for him, saw us draw level. And then since then, of course, we had the winter break as well. So we had one more fixture before that winter break. We took on Liverpool and we lost 2-1 away from home. Just as I've been saying, we started getting victories away from home. That happened and it put us all on the back burner. So yeah, we had a little bit of a break. Obviously, there's the World Cup happening. We took some friendlies, a 4-0 and a 6-0 victory against them. They don't really take a lot. It's good for fitness for the boys. But I mean, we took that form then straight into the league as we absolutely smashed Newcastle 4-1 at home. A home victory, which is nice to see for the boys. Goals from Zagadou, Brendan Johnson, Ida from the spot, and Eze getting goals for us. And then a 5-1 victory then straight on the back of that one. Away from home against Sheffield United. I was thinking, right, we're on it now. We're doing good. We're smashing teams. 4-1, 5-1 straight in the Premier League. Good for our goal difference. Goals from Eze, Warrell, Ida, Bryce, and João Pedro getting goals. And then, as it was mentioned in that interview just a moment ago, we lost to Norwich. I mean, you can see the team sheet there briefly, but above my head there. I'll admit it was a full-strength team. It was a full-strength team. We took on the Championship side Norwich, and we got absolutely done in. 2-0 defeat, away from home, and the FA Cup now is done for us. But we can put all our attention now to the Carabao Cup. The quarterfinals of the Carabao Cup. Bournemouth, Watford, Nottingham Forest, Leicester, Tottenham, Man City, Arsenal, and Crystal Palace. There's a very good chance to go really far in this. I'm looking at these teams right now, sort of in the likes of Man U and Chelsea are already gone. It's not a bad draw, really. Liverpool, gone. So, you never know. You just never know. We could do bits in this. If we can get past Leicester City today, we can go quite far within the Carabao Cup. So let's see how we're going to do and how we're going to like this. Nothing much has changed within the team so far. I mean, the transfer window has just opened. We are in January now, so the window's open. But you see that our budget is 0. We do have a bit of a wage budget, some offers here for Droga, but again, he's going nowhere this season. We need him as our backup for that right back position. We've had a few offers coming up to players as well. I mean, you can see there, Daniel Sturridge has had some offers already, and he's going. He's going to be leaving us at the end of the season. His contract runs out. He's joining Austria Vienna. He's off to Austria. So, best of luck to Daniel Sturridge. He's had a good little stint here in Nottingham Forest. He came in, bit of a villain, but I mean, that first season, bagging 10 goals in 28 appearances, great for him. But this season, he just hasn't played. He can't get in the team. We've got better strikers now. João Pedro and Ida are smashing it. Lorenzo Luca, is he coming back? Well, Basically, yes, we have recalled Lorenzo Luca. Prior to this match, it will be his first game as a Nottingham Forest player. Lorenzo Luca comes back. He's had a good own stint, to be fair. He ended up about 11 appearances, 8 goals for him away in Israel at Maccabi Tel Aviv. So he had a good little stint there, but we finally got his work permit. January came around. We hit that recall button. Lorenzo Luca's back, and he's going to be playing in the Premier League for the rest of this season now. So it boils a big question now then. Where's he fitting? Because obviously we've mentioned Adam Ida has been the main guy. I was mentioned prior in that interview. Ida's been the main guy this season. So how do we set up the team? So straight away you can see then, Lorenzo Luca will go straight to that target forward role where he has been playing. Adam Ida has been playing on that role. He's been smashing goals in for us. But we got to remember he's not our player. He's only on loan so far for this season. So we can't put too much faith in that. We get Luca straight in there, firing straight away. So we're going to put him up front with João Pedro today. We can go backwards from there. Brendan Johnson, he's had a quality season so far. 5 goals for him. He's looking really good this season. He's growing now with the team as well, so he stays in that cam role. With Yates, Semen, and Jada in behind him. Of course, Eze has a slight knock yet again. He keeps getting injured. He keeps getting injured, so he can't make today's game. Alongside him, Zagadou also has a knock, so he's only on the bench today. With Bogle, Worrell, McKenna and Digne in the bench. And this time, thankfully, we have a keeper. Sambu is back in there. So there's a team. We're ready to go. Let's get into it. Carabao Cup quarterfinals against Leicester City. And we're at home. Let's get to the semi-finals. So here we go. The team's coming out now. Luca making his debut at home as well in a huge match in the Carabao Cup quarterfinals. You see the team there? No Vardy in there for Leicester these days. So it's a bit of a different team for them. Anglo Correa in that team now is an interesting one. Who'd have thought he'd beat Leicester? So it should be a very good game against a very good side within Leicester. But we are at home. And besides that Norwich defeat, before that we was doing pretty damn good. So here's hoping we can get the ground firing and Luca can get his first goal today. In the first 10 minutes, no highlights so far, but the dominance so far has come from Nottingham Forest. A few extra bits there on the stats for us. We're looking good, we're looking strong, but hopefully we can create some good chances and get that early goal. So the first highlight of the game, finally at the 39th minute, the first highlight of the game, McKenna gets the ball, finds Yates, Semer, remember, former Leicester boy as well, so against his former club here, as Luca finds Digne, great way of passing there from the boys, finds Johnson, there's loads of room on that right hand side, João Pedro is a huge ball for Jada now, cross goal maybe, I mean, I don't know if he's gone for a shot there or a cross, waiting for Luca to make the run, honestly no idea, but it's not been great from the boys so far, it's been a very even game, but in terms of like the attributes and stuff for the lads, it's just not looking great for us so far. Xavier now, big ball out. Luke Thomas on the left hand side, he can whip a ball in. He finds Barnes instead. It's a great ball into the back stick, and Joaquin Correa with the header. I thought it was Angel Correa. That is my mistake. But Joaquin Correa at the back stick has put Leicester City ahead. Is that cup dream going to die here today at home against Leicester? It's a great little 1-2 here from the boys, to be fair. Lovely pass back here. Great ball to the back stick. It's poor defending by Digne there at the back stick. Not watching his man. As Leicester take the lead right on the stroke of half time here. We're going to go into this one at half time. 1-0 down. We need to sort the boys out. They're not having a great game. I mean, getting the water bottle out. What was that? Get your act together. Everyone's motivated. That's what you want to say. Oh, of course, Luca. On his debut, demotivated. Maybe we drag him off then. Maybe we get Ida on there. We know Ida can get goals. He's been doing it all season for us. We'll try and encourage the boys. Try and cheer him up now. Maybe it's a bit too harsh at half time on them. They have had a good game. They've had chances, but only one on target is not good enough. We've come to the 60th minute so far, and we've seen nothing from the boys again. I feel like we've got to drag him off. I feel like we can get through this highlight first and just see if he goes to another goal now for Leicester. Wow, it was almost in. It was almost in there. I mean, Lorenzo, you've had your chance. You've had 60 minutes. It's your first time in the club. I'm really sorry, buddy, if you're coming off. I just got to come on for you straight away. And the midfield's absolutely knackered as well. Not what you want to see. I mean, options midfield, but we're quite tight, really. Cafu and Colback possibly come on, both of them at this point. Could be an option. I'm going to try and put Semen in the same attack role here. Yates can come off. Cobb back in for him. So we're doing all 3 subs with half hour to go. Could be a worry, but at 1-0 down, we need to do more. I'm going to break the team. They need to be doing better than this. We've had no chances worth noting so far. I mean, you can see here on the stats, though, we're getting shots, but nothing worth watching here. It's Barnes now. Leicester again on the attack now with Maddison. Cuts inside. Got loads of room. It's a great save from Samba. And I'm hoping that isn't the highlight. No, it is. It definitely is. Nothing coming in our favour. With 10 minutes to go, I'm going to put some bodies forward here, don't we? Because things clearly aren't working for us. I mean, what we can do, we can get these full-backs. Put them a bit higher up, maybe. We can even put maybe like Semen just a little bit higher up, possibly, instead. Be interesting. I mean, you definitely can't play this role. We're going to put him as an advanced playmaker next to the shadow striker there. We've got Bokova. Bit of an interesting shape. It's a bit of an interesting shape. I mean, let's try and get these balls in the box now. Mixed crosses. Maybe hit some early balls in there as well, possibly. Oider's a big lad. João Pedro's not much smaller either. Hopefully they can do something. It's a corner. Digne, ball into the box. Oh, it's killed out by Sancho. And the chance could be over, but Cafe gets the ball now. Can we recycle this and make something happen? Samer, João Pedro's front goal. He's hit the post. He's hit the post. Is that the cup dream over in both competitions already this season? Quarterfinals, does it end here for us? One last chance. Digne, João Pedro. Oh my days. He couldn't hit the target. It's over. Back-to-back defeats within the FA Cup and now the Carabao Cup. The cup dream is over for Nottingham Forest another season. It's time to focus on the league and trying to fight off, going into the bottom 10 basically at this point now. I'm not happy, lads. I'm not happy. They seem motivated by that. I've just told them I'm not happy. It's absolutely ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. So there we go. Another defeat within the cup. It's not great for us right now. 2 defeats. FA Cup's done now. The Carabao Cup's done. We have the league left. We're 8th in the league right now. We're in January, so maybe we can still push on top 6 this season. It looks like a little bit of a long shot right now, but we have to lose in those 2 games. It does look a massive long shot, really. But the boys did seem motivated towards the end of that match. Maybe we can get Luca firing. I guess you'll find our next episode. Everyone, thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed this episode, of course, make sure you hit that subscribe button, give the video a thumbs up, and we'll see you next time for some more Forever Forest.